Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Eric Wagnon with Wagnon Chiropractic. Visit us at wagnonchiropracticroseville.com for more great information and other blog posts. But today, I want to talk to you guys about an analogy that can truly get you to the next level with your health and help you understand how to really harness your body's fullest potential. So to do that, I want to share a story, an analogy about the garden, right? So if you have a hose, right, that's a drip feeder, and it's drip feeding all of your beautiful plants and flowers, whether it's a vegetable garden or flower garden, whatever it is, but it's keeping them healthy and vibrant. Every day it's giving them just the right amount of water, and it's keeping them looking beautiful. Now, yes, you do have to go in and prune them from time to time, but that water is their life support, right? Now, what happens if a kid from the neighborhood comes over and he decides he wants to dig for some worms? So he takes a rock and he moves it slightly and he sets it over on top of that garden hose, right? And it's right in the middle. So half the garden's still getting the water. The other half isn't getting either any water or not as much water. Now, over time, those plants are going to start to wilt. Now, the gardener may come out and say, oh man, you know what? Let's go ahead and rip these guys out. They're no good. And let's put some new ones in, and they'll plant some new ones, and they'll do fine for a day or two, and then they're gonna start to wilt as well. Now, you can continue to rip those out and put them in, rip them out and put them in, or you can ask yourself, why in the world are those doing well and these ones not doing so well? And that's when you have to look for the rock on the garden hose that's pinching that garden hose and interfering or preventing as much water flow from getting to those and giving them their life force. Now, to solve that problem, what do? You move the rock. So how does this apply to you? How can this be the key to unlocking your health potential? Your spine and nervous system is the master control system. Now, these nerves are just like that hose, right? They're feeding out to the organ. I'm going to spin you for 1 second to this poster here, and you can see these nerves are like the hose. Your brain is that water supply, that nerve supply feeding to all of the different organs in your body, and these hoses go back up. That is your nerve system. Now, if you have one of these joints, and you can see I've got the spine here, and these are the nerves coming out that are giving that life force to the organs, to the rest of the body. If you have what's called a subluxation, and it's causing pressure on that nerve, or interference, or stress, or irritation to that nerve, it's going to prevent those life messages from getting to the rest of that body. Now, if stuff stops working right, let's say your gallbladder stops working right, some people may have genetically bad gallbladders, but sometimes, what if there's pressure that's coming down on that nerve feeding to that gallbladder? You can cut the gallbladder out, or you can try to take pressure off that garden hose, right? Off that nerve, and see if the body will begin to heal and regenerate itself. Now, there's no telling. It could be a bad gallbladder. It may not be. It may be able to help. Whatever that is, though, do you want to just continue to dig those flowers out and get rid of them? Or do you want to remove that rock and see if those flowers can rejuvenate? Now, that's a big example, and we're talking about like gallbladder failure, but let's talk about just a little bit of pressure, and maybe those plants are just starting to wilt a little bit, not functioning exactly the way that they're supposed to. In that case, what would you rather do? Would you rather just continue to let them wilt until they get bad enough, or take that rock off of that hose? And the chiropractic adjustment is exactly precisely what does that for your body. We look for areas of subluxation, areas where the body is not functioning the way that it's supposed to, where there's pressure on that hose blocking your body's natural ability to heal and function and be at its best. We adjust these joints, alleviating irritation to that nerve system, freeing up that flow, getting water to the plants, and allowing them to begin to thrive again. That's the natural state of the human body, is thriving. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you liked it, please share it with somebody. If you know somebody who has a rock on their health hose, please refer them in to us. We would love to be able to help them. And until next time, guys, remember, you've got to eat well, you got to move well, you got to think well, and you've got to have that nerve system functioning and flowing freely with no rocks or subluxations causing irritation and interference. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.